you just survive when something this tragic happens.
Parsons, Tennessee is a stereotypical small West Tennessee town.
Well, it's just a small town. Everybody knows everybody.
We may not be blood related, but we're all family.
It's a small place and a good place to live.
And Bobo is a name everyone knows in one way or another.
I grew up in the same neighborhood as her dad.
Holly was one of my best friends.
I was Holly's teacher at the time of her abduction.
And I'm personal friends of the Bobo family. And
Holly's life touched their hearts.
And most of the time what we were doing was just being silly and just joking around.
Beautiful young lady, had a bright future ahead of her.
And her disappearance broke them.
Can you imagine not knowing where your child is when you get up?
It's broken everybody's heart.
you know, even though it's been 3 years, we're all still kind of floored by what we've learned and, you know, what we've found out. You know, it's tough, and we'll never completely get over it, no.
When Holly Bobo first disappeared, the message of the community was help us bring Holly home. Now that murder charges have been filed in this case, the new message is justice for Holly. With local resident Zach Adams charged and the searches called off, instead of quitting, the community is fighting harder than ever.
Heavenly Father, once again we come to you with very humble hearts and very broken hearts. For 3 years, Holly hasn't had a voice. Somebody took that away from her. It's up to each and every one of us to be Holly's voice.
They don't want her to be a story. They want her to be remembered as who she was.
Since the indictments were announced in March, multiple Justice for Holly rallies have been held.
Well, this one is more in support of the family, to encourage them, to let them know that their friends have not forgotten them and that we're going to be with them and beside them in the days ahead.
They have people here for them. If they have, you know, they want to cry, there's a shoulder to lean on. They need somebody to pray. There's people to pray for them.
And I think this helps keep everyone involved reminded of how important it is to.
After a prayer service at Holly's home church, a procession of motorcycles and cars traveled across Decatur County, each adorned with pink and green bows to show that though the searches have ceased,
the community is backing the Bobos 100%.
We can come together for a cause, and we've shown that with this case.
Their support,
People showing up and offering their support and presence,
never wavered.
We're here to support her. If it takes now, from 20 years from now, we're going to get justice for Holly.
But there are some in the community that also remember Zach.
Everybody knew the Adams family. Everybody knows the Bobo family. You know, it's a bad deal.
And are fighting to defend him.
What'd they find this time? Come on, folks. Get real. They trying to blame Zach because he's an outlaw. He's an old country boy, and he been in dope so long that now, by God, they trying to hang him.
There's also those that think their legal system failed them.
If the justice system would have put him in penitentiary for his drug charges, maybe Holly would be alive today.
I don't even understand how he could be out of the system to have this happen.
On April 9th, the murder case was scheduled to begin, but a variety of issues stalled it.
The wheels of justice move slowly.
Decatur County Circuit Court Judge Creed McGinley allowed Adams to waive his right to appear in court.
If I were to draw one word for today's status conference, it would be uncertain.
And due to the fact he had not retained an attorney, his status hearing could not take place.
We really cannot go forward without him being afforded his constitutional right to counsel.
you know, it seems like that everybody was unprepared, and you know, he hasn't retained an attorney, and you know, it was kind of a letdown, really.
Of course, the family's somewhat disappointed. They wanted everything to proceed. We want it to be fair, but at the same time, we want it to be as quickly as possible.
It seemed like to me that the defense knew what they were doing by postponing and putting off.
Though there's no indication on when this case will end.
We need to get the case moving forward before it loses the speed that is needed. But I also respect the judge's opinion in that, you know, we need to be cautious so that justice is served on both sides.
The resounding message stays the same. A hurting community.
You know, we're frustrated.
It's very, very frustrating.
Longing for answers in the pursuit of justice for someone they love.
As bad a thing as it was, it brought the community closer together, which is a good thing, but I wish something else could have caused that.
And the one thing they want everyone to know:
we'll be right here. We'll be right behind them the whole time. We'll see it through to the end.